How to sell filtered photography as hand-drawn illustration. Part 1. You can use one of the many popular standardized tutorials on how to create identical posters by applying filters on a photo. Post a fake sketch on Instagram copied from the original photo on one of your filtered images to give an appearance of a hand-drawn product. Don't worry if your sketch looked severely distorted and contains zero art fundamentals of the finished product. Most of your target audience won't know, wink wink, on another of your sold products. Post a video painting on a few details onto the filtered image manually to indicate the sold images are all hand-painted. You can trace and copy the photo or the filtered image itself, but remember to hide this to make it look like you are doing it. You can wave your pen over the screen to make it look like you are doing something. Optionally, you can also erase a color mask to make it look like you are painting the details on. Don't worry if your sold images is completely filled with artifacts caused by the filters and the compression of values, none of which a human would do. Your previous videos will convince your consumer and justify a very high price tag. Almost none of your target demographic are experienced or fully aware of these Photoshop techniques. Position your business only on Instagram and Etsy and not elsewhere, as there you can delete comments and only receive reviews by those who were already duped by the painting preview when they bought it.
Add a small amount of brush strokes to the filtered image and attempt to hide the major filter artifacts. You can also nudge the parts around a bit to convince people you created it, but you only need to spend a few seconds editing a very small percentage of it. Sell all filtered photos with minuscule human input at a price tag similar to original oil paintings in the market. Avoid getting locked up for fraud and false advertising by using intentional wording loopholes, and instead use suggestive hashtags, fake process videos, and assign yourself with handcraft selling websites and fairs to elude customers and get their money. If you are female, assign your money taking to the pseudo-feminist girl boss trend despite having nothing to do with altruism. Your elderly woman and technically illiterate consumer base will more likely give money to those they perceive as a vulnerable do-gooder, a hero, and part of their in-group. Other girl boss trend users will more likely buy from their own, and will be more likely to defend your activities from whistleblowers. Remember, don't simply use image filters to speed up the process or for architectural accuracy, use it for the whole image. Don't include this in convincing sketch and painting process videos and instead use the filters for almost everything and convince your audience into giving you tens or even hundreds of thousands for the supposed sketched paintings. You can produce hundreds of these images in an unrealistically short time to be sold to the city dwellers of the paintings, likely bought unknowingly as gifts to support the handcrafts. If you have a cat, use your cat for clicks and take photos of a paintbrush to suggest paintings and support your marketing persona even if you know artwork other than edited filtered photos. You can sneak in that the art equipment is just a tool to mix the printing ink, but few will notice this. Remember, keeping your business on aforementioned websites will not only prevent negative reviews, but reduce the chance of any ethical artists from seeing it in the first place. You want to avoid exposure to your products to anyone with a moral compass and an understanding of perspective, architecture, and photograph-based digital art techniques.
People keep emailing me and asking me questions, and I don't know the answer, and I'm just really stressed out, and I don't want to girl boss anymore.
Remember, when creating the fake process video, it doesn't matter that the sketch has no possible relation to the creation of the image and it is extracted directly from a photo then edited slightly with no sketch of this nature required. Simply not admitting this and including one pointless sketch can sway the general public. Remember, when creating the fake process painting video, it doesn't matter that doing things that can make no logical sense in an art creation context. For example, hiding the background for no reason, when you have just traced and filtered the image into layers. The previous fake underlay sketch that took you a few minutes will convince the customers that all your paintings are drawn painstakingly created, which they will elude to buy all crafted marketing content.